All right, we're back. Very happy to have you guys back on the channel, and I hope that you and your loved ones are doing great as usual. So today, I think that we have a very interesting subject to go about, right? And let's hope that this is going to make it for a very interesting show. So we're going to talk about that interview that DC did, right, where he got Francis Ngannou, Francis the Predator Ngannou, to open up on a lot of things, right? A lot of, actually, I would say, controversial stuff that are being spread on the internet about him these last days, right? So basically, what kind of rumors are being spread? And by the way, I'm just going to say that I gotta give some props to DC, right? Because I'm not always the greatest DC fan, right? As I often refer of him as being one of the biggest UFC mouthpiece, always following the line of the UFC. The other guy that does the same thing is, you would have known, yours truly, Chael Sonnen, right? But this time, sorry, I gotta say that DC did a great job, an amazing job for that interview, very entertaining interview, and with very relevant information. Sorry, this is a gold mine of information, right? And I think that these, for once, right, I'm gonna give him some props where props is due. He really did a great show. Entertaining, like I was saying, relevant questions straight to the point of being asked, right, and very equally relevant answers and straight to the point answers are being given in that interview, right? So what information does it, what question does he answer, right? Because we've been hearing a lot of stuff about Francis Ngannou, especially after that incident at UFC 260, right, where he just passed by Team MMA Factory and Fernando Lopez, right, and everybody else started and all that stuff, right? So, well, it does answer a lot of stuff. So rumors have been spread on Francis Ngannou, and one of the rumors that have been spread, and that is very persistent, right, and being actually, promoted all over social media on every platform by his former coach Fernando Lopez, is that Francis Ngannou is an all-around bad guy. He's an all-around ungrateful guy, right? That doesn't give props to the people that made him what he is, right? So, and basically the belief around the internet is that Fernando Lopez did everything for Francis Ngannou, right? And we can see here all the claims of Fernando Lopez. Both Fernando Lopez claim Ngannou refused to pay the gym. And by the way, look at this. Coach Fernando Lopez claimed Francis Ngannou advised the UFC not to sign Cyril Gane. So basically, right, when we look at all the claims, and I mean, this is just for the past weeks, right? Francis Ngannou ex-coach revealed reason for split. Then again, here we go. And this is lasting for years, by the way, right? And we got all these headlines, right? Lopez will rather train Gane for free than Ngannou. So listen, I think he can answer also that department and gives basically Francis Ngannou's side of the story, right? And basically his side of the story is that this is not Lopez that took me from out of the street and got me into the MMA gym because he wanted to train me and accepted me to train me for free. That wasn't the case. What he said is that, first of all, he got into a gym where someone else helped him get into that gym for free, kind of. And then after that, that same person introduced him to one of the owner, and that owner actually opened him the door of the MMA factory. And that's how after that he got introduced to Mr. Coach Fernando Lopez, or who actually is calling himself the king, right? But it's all good. It's all good. That's not an ego trip. We're all good with that. No worries. But that's how he got into the MMA factory, and that's how after, right, he got introduced to Fernando Lopez. Now the rest of the story, like who's most important? Is it the coach or is it really the athlete, right? In terms of the athlete now being trained and becoming a champion, right? But the only thing that I'm going to say about that is that Fernando Lopez has many fighters, right, that he trained, right? If the trainer was making the champion, all of his fighters would be champion right now. But the thing that we have to remember is that not all of them are, but some of them are. Some special ones, some chosen ones are. And amongst them, I mean, you got Francis Ngannou, and amongst them, you got people that have, something that other people just don't have, whether it is physically, mentally, or what have you, like Cyril Gane as well. Like all the champions that you see, the Kamaru Usman, the the Israel Adesanya, they all have something that other athletes don't have, and that makes them special, and that makes them who they are, and that makes them the champion that they are, right? Otherwise, everybody would be champion, right? So at the end of the day, when you think about it, the fact that an athlete becomes a champion, right, is due to those things that are making himself a very special athlete, right? So I think that this kind of give Francis Ngannou's side about all that confusion where people are saying that, oh yeah, it is Fernando Lopez who got him from from out of the street to being a heavyweight champion in the UFC, right? And in the process, like feeding him, giving him a roof over his head, giving him the papers, giving him the UFC contract. Giving basically, like, apart from the era that Francis Ngannou breathes, that's he has given him everything else, right? So I think that what he's saying in this video, big, again, gold mine of information, right, reveals us his side of the story, and then the rest we have to make our decision. We have to make our mind, because he's not challenging. Because I didn't even hear him challenge anything that's been said. He's just giving his side of the story. Then you guys make your decision, right? You decide who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. Is there a bad guy? Is there a good guy again? Okay. So the second things where where this interview again gave us great information is about the issue that happened at UFC 260, right? Now we know the reason why Francis Ngannou didn't say hi, right? I mean, the guy was basically, when you think about it, he was basically confused. Again, like he said, the only thing that he wanted at the end of the day was just to find a way to get out of there, right? And I think that's what he's saying here.
So, like,
this
was a very confusing situation. Like, okay, how do you do here? What can you do here to get out of here? Like,
Wait, you see? So that's what happened here, and that's what he's saying on, again, I would encourage you to go and see that interview from Daniel Cormier. Great interview again. You're going to love it, right? And that's what Francis Ngannou is telling us here. I mean, I just wanted to get out of this very confusing and uncomfortable situation, right? I have nothing against Cyril Gane. I have nothing against Nasruddin Imavov, right? But yes, I have some problems with Fernando Lopez, right? And their team MMA factory, right? They're together. So I cannot say hi to one and not say hi to the other ones, right? And I definitely don't want to say hi to Fernando Lopez. So, I made my decision. I just walked right through without saying hi to anybody, without causing any confusion, without creating any feud. So I think that this is very clear. This is his side of the story. Now, on the other side, we have to decide: do we believe him? Do we don't believe him? Okay, does that make and in any case, does that really make of him a bad guy? Does that really make of him a disrespectful guy? Not to say hi to someone he has a problem with, and even to not say hi to someone who is going to fight. Right? I mean, we've seen a lot worse in the UFC between you and me, right? So I think again that's very clear. That's very relevant information. You know what? Said in a very relaxed way, right? In a very casual way, right? So again, great job by DC and very clear and relevant information. Feedback from Francis Ngannou again, right? And the other thing now, let's get down to the chase and the nitty gritty, obviously, right? Is definitely the fight that is going to happen at UFC 270, where the two guys are going to you know, to duke it out, right? And yeah, we could have seen that Francis Ngannou seemed pretty confident of the outcome, and is really, like the title is saying right now, issuing kind of a warning to Cyril Gane, right? Let's see here,
I
right?
don't know if you need that moment, because that moment, like, you know, that moment is kind of like deep water.
Right? And so he's saying that that moment is kind of deep water. So if he goes to that moment, because Daniel Cormier is saying that is he going to make Cyril Gane feel the same thing that Stipe Miocic made him feel in their first fight? And Francis Ngannou was saying that if that happened, it means that I would have taken him to deep water. But maybe that's not my intention.
I'm not seeing, despite my last few rounds on large, but I'm not seeing him drive
No.
I'm not doing that.
You gonna knock him out?
But I'm not seeing him drive the decision.
No.
You know, I'm not doing that.
You gonna knock him out?
So there you go. So a warning being issued by Francis Ngannou to Cyril Gane, basically telling him that he doesn't see the fight going to decision. He's not the one that is going to rush, but at one point during the fight, he's going to connect, and Cyril Gane is going to go to sleep. Right? That's what he's saying, clear and simple. The other thing that is very important to understand here, right, is Francis Ngannou telling us that now
270 Anaheim.
Dead.
Innovated.
Dead.
Oh, the innovated version of Francis Ngannou showing
You're supposed to be my guy. You use the
January
word evolution on
evolution of the predator.
So that's what he's saying here. We're going to see the evolution of the predator. And again, I do believe that we shouldn't take Francis Ngannou words lightly, right? Especially when we, you know, we put them on top or beneath the words that have been said also by his former coach, saying that Francis Ngannou is someone that, you know, that learns and that understand the moment, that understand the gravity of the moment, right? And that Francis Ngannou, when he is in a state of flow, is someone that is very, very difficult to beat. And these are the words of his own former coach, Fernando Lopez, right? So when Francis Ngannou is saying, I believe that we're going to see a new version, I can't wait to see that. I hope that we're going to be well surprised, that we're going to have a good surprise, and that we're going to see a renewed Francis Ngannou, because definitely he's going to need it. He's going to need it again against a very versatile Cyril Gane, that him will definitely be ready for that fight. So again, guys, this is what I've taken from this fight, right? This is what I've taken from this video. Again, a great video from DC, right? And just one thing that I want to say here, maybe a little call out to some people that are trying actually to reduce this video and the information that he got to okay, now I understand why Francis Ngannou didn't say hi. I understand that now. Or yeah, Francis Ngannou said that the UFC staged all that incident at UFC 260, and they tried to reduce this interview to those little things. Well, you can see that there's a gold mine of information in that video, and it goes above and beyond all of all that story about just the UFC 260. People were claiming that Francis Ngannou was a bad guy. That Francis Ngannou was a bad guy, right? That people was trying to get all the props, you know what, to Francis Ngannou being in the position that he is. So again, right, diminishing this interview to just little things that I know why he didn't say the UFC stage. It's really I would say not only disrespectful, but it is really insulting, right? It is really insulting because it closes the chapter on a lot of different subjects. On the subject that Fernando Lopez was the one that got Francis Ngannou out of the streets. We know now from Francis Ngannou's side, because now we have heard both sides of the story, and actually the answer of Francis Ngannou, I would say, is very classy, because he didn't challenge anyone, he didn't criticize anyone in that he just gave his side of the story in a very classy way and very casual and relaxed way, right? So here you have it in here. So please look at this video as well. Please give me some thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to. But yeah, this is what I got out of this interview that was once again very interesting from someone again that maybe we're not best pal, but interviewing someone that I respect in terms of a champion, and find sad that people are criticizing that and maybe how would you say so, without real reasons, right? And to see DC that is kind of because that's the feeling that I have, really, to see DC that is kind of having Francis Ngannou's back, right? Kind of didn't surprise me, but made me feel good, and I think that it did make Daniel Cormier go a little bit higher, right? In my ladder of people that I like, and go a lot lower in my ladder of people that I dislike. So there it is. There you have it. So give me your opinion about all this. Give me your opinion about this video, right? This interview, because again, it's a real one, and that's a really interesting one. And again, this is the second part. There's a first part. I find that the second part is a lot more interesting than the first one, but the first one is worthwhile. Just go there, watch the two. Watching only one doesn't make it justice. So watch the two of them, right? And let me know what you all think about all this, right? Really like to see that, right? And again, don't believe the hype. You always have to listen to the two sides of the story, right? Because that's how it is, right? That's how you're gonna be able to make a very enlightened decision. So Charlie hopes see you guys. Thank you again. Thumbs up, subscribe, and talk to you some other time. Please.